All right, 210 Boxing TV here, our trainer of the year, Bob Santos. Fight weekend coming up. We got David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant. You know both of them very, very well. Explain to me and the public the relationship that you have with both of them, how you know them, and your prediction for the fight.
Well, obviously, Louis DeCubas Jr., who I've worked with closely over the years with many, many fighters. He's advised both of them, guided both their careers. So I was able to see Caleb Plant, a lot of his fights early on, as you may or may not know, with Mario Barrios. Used to fight on a lot of cards together coming up. So I've seen him up close and personal many, many, many times, in the gym, watched him, had different guys that I am the head trainer for that sparred him. And David Benavidez, I was fortunate enough to live with him for a time and spend some time with him in a camp and see some of the things that he did, day to day. And, a lot of people are underestimating David's ability to box. He's a way, way underestimated boxer. Everybody's talking about, Caleb Plant is the superior boxer, and he's a great boxer, no two ways about it. And he may be the better boxer than him, but Benavidez can also box too. He's not just a guy that can just slug. He can box too. So I think he's going to be able to show a lot of different wrinkles in there. And that being said, though, too, maybe Caleb is going to show us something on the inside. I'm sure he's capable of banging a little bit on the inside too.
Now, with David Benavidez, right, a lot of people, they give him a hard time saying, he's undisciplined because he's missed weight. He doesn't work hard. You being there, seeing it firsthand, talk about the kind of worker he is.
He's a hard worker. He's a tremendously hard worker. But he's very, very big, so it's not like it's that easy to get down in that weight. And he's a big, big guy, long arms, big, solid guy. I mean, I think at one point he was weighing like 260 pounds when he was 13 years old. So you got to have some type of discipline. Let's say, okay, yeah, he didn't make weight. The weight's at 168, and he weighed, say, 171. But think about it in perspective. Yes, you signed the contract. You're responsible to be 168. We understand that. But if you put it in perspective, layman's terms, a guy that weighed 260 pounds at 13 years old, and now he's able to even get down to 171, or, like he's been doing. And obviously he's made weight many, many times at 68. You got to have some kind of work ethic and discipline to be getting in and around that weight, for sure.
His gas tank is crazy. He did, he did 5 guys, 15 rounds. Robert Garcia's told me he's had 6 guys, 20 rounds with him. People don't see that with him, the gas tank that David has?
Sure. I mean, look at the guys he's been in with. He's been in with Carlos Adames. He's been in with, the best of the best. And I've seen him spar cruiserweights, back at City Boxing back in the day. So the guy's a complete animal. He's a complete beast. And he's underestimated in terms of his intelligence in the ring. Sometimes I used to tell Louis DeCubas Jr., I said, Lou, I talked to him at the nighttime. I said, what'd you see today? I said, man, I think the guy's a savant. He's like a savant in there. He's like a genius in the ring. Some of the things he does a lot of things that people don't see, little subtle things, the way he maneuvers guys, the way he parries punches. Does a lot of subtle, great things in there.
Benavidez Plant, I need an official prediction from you. How does the fight go?
I like both guys, right? But one thing that you're always going to get with Bob Santos, you're going to get 100. I like Benavidez by late stoppage. I think the fight's going to be very competitive. I think both guys' stocks are going to rise. I think Benavidez is going to push it to the point where Caleb is going to have to hold his ground and get in there and trade with him. And when he does, I gotta favor the guy who, to me, is a bigger puncher, faster hands, and he could do a plethora of things in there. But again, I like Caleb Plant. It's nothing personal against Caleb Plant. He's a world champion. He's a world-class fighter. He's at the highest level in the sport. Both guys' stocks are going to rise. But I just think Caleb's going to have to fight the perfect fight. Is he capable of doing it? Sure. Am I going to be shocked if he, wow, Caleb Plant beat Benavidez? Wow. No, these are world-class guys. Anything can happen in prize fighting. One punch can change anything at any given moment, right? You never know. A guy can break his hand in there. A guy can throw his shoulder out in there. So many things can happen in a prize fight. That being said, all things being equal, I like Benavidez by late stoppage.
You just feel like he just throws too many punches, and at the end, eventually he's going to catch up to Plant?
It's not just too many punches. People underestimate his ability to box. Guy's got a way underestimated jab. He can do a lot of things from distance too. Everybody just thinks, he's just a singular forward fighter and he just comes and comes. No, I've seen the guy. He can turn you too. He can get on angles too. He can do things. His feet are a little underestimated than people think. And I think he's going to show that, like I said, this Saturday night.
What a lot of people are saying, the first 3-4 rounds, they could see Plant building the league, but rounds
Sure.
5 through 9, that's where Benavidez is really going to come on. Do you see that as sort of what's going to happen?
Yeah, I think in the early rounds, obviously Caleb's going to be doing good. I probably even favor him in the first 4 or 5 rounds to be with a lead. But I just think as David starts to get a little closer, and then when they have to get where they're in the mid-range to the inside, I just favor Benavidez to take over from that point.
Is it different when a tall guy pressures you opposed to a short guy?
Yeah, I think so, because obviously he has a longer reach. He's able to touch you from distance as he's coming in and breaking you down, and you have to use more energy and range to slip the longer punches. So definitely it's going to be much more difficult, especially with a pressure guy who's long and he knows how to control distance.
All right, Bob, you got a message for the fans? Anything you want to leave off with today?
Man, boxing fans, you're the best, the ultimate in all sports. My heart goes out to each and every one of you guys, man, and thank you, and God bless, and keep supporting the sport of boxing. That goes for every fighter. Anybody that puts those 2 hands up and climbs in the ring, we got to support them.
All right, thanks so much, Bob. Appreciate you.